Next story comes from OzGamers. Cyberpunk 2077 multiplayer confirmed, but it won't be there at launch. Whoa! With CD Projekt Red confirming that April 2020 is all about single-player Cyberpunk 2077, the big news here is that although the developers now confirm that the multiplayer has been moved beyond the R&D stage. So on Twitter, Cyberpunk wrote, "Until now, the only thing we said about the multi was that it was in R&D. As we're getting closer to launching single-player Cyberpunk 2077 in April 2020, we would like to confirm that multiplayer's in the works. If you feel like lending your skills, please apply here. The plan is now to deliver Cyberpunk 2077 in April, then follow up with DLCs free and single player content. And once we're done, invite you to some multiplayer action." So I think reading between the lines, I'd say that you're not going to see Cyberpunk multiplayer until 2021, I guess, or
22, I guess.
Yeah, or even later, I guess. Yeah, so at earliest 21.
2077.
Yeah, makes sense. Go for the theme.
Yeah.
So yeah, what do you think? What do we think the Cyberpunk 2077 multiplayer is going to look like? Because of course they never dabbled in multiplayer for The Witcher or anything like that. The game is obviously a very single player focused game. It's all about creating your own character and the story and mingling with whatever, living in the RPG world that is Cyberpunk. So what kind of multiplayer mode could you tack on to that?
It's going to be GTA, but in Cyberpunk.
You think they're going to go for GTA?
They're just going to drop you into the world, and you can do whatever you want.
I'd have my brain would explode if they did that. I think that'd be pretty fucking cool. I think in general, in the history of single player games that have randomly bolted on multiplayer, there's only two that I ever think are worth talking about or interesting enough to be worth it, which was The Last of Us multiplayer and Assassin's Creed 2's multiplayer.
No, not 2. It was Brotherhood, wasn't it? Where they introduced
Brotherhood.
I think that's where they started.
It was really fun.
I think that's where they started.
Really
you don't reckon Grand Theft Auto is multiplayer?
The thing is, I don't know. I don't consider that in the same thing. I don't know.
I think it's basically the same sort of thing, because back in the day, if we were talking about that now, so imagine GTA 5 is coming out now, and I was like, GTA 5, you super excited, Ciaran? You'd be like, yeah, I'm super excited, love GTA, played them all on my Xbox 360 or whatever. And I'd be like, yeah, I fucking love them on PS2. Great, let's get excited.
If they came out and was like, yes, it's like an open world game for but a multiplayer version of the open world of Cyberpunk, I'd be like, oh yeah, that's fucking great. My brain doesn't think it's going to be that though.
I don't know how it couldn't be that.
How it couldn't? I guess they are taking.
What else are they going to do? They're going to shove you in buildings and that's it. It's going to just be a free for all.
Yeah, I definitely feel like it's going to be some level of Rockstar level multiplayer. Red Dead Online, GTA Online, whatever you want to put it.
I hope so.
Because I feel like if they were trying to just put in something that was half-assed, they could have done a fucking team deathmatch thing. You know what I mean? Like they could have done that for launch, I feel.
Yeah.
Or at least put out some half-assed thing. But the fact that they were R&Ding it at first, kicking around ideas for the multiplayer, it definitely doesn't sound like we're working on multiplayer, like fitting in how you could do deathmatch and whatever the fuck, like typical first person.
We're trying to figure out how to put a battle royale in our game.
Yeah, some shit like that. Yeah. So,
if they do that, I'd cry.
Yeah, I don't think they're doing it. I
would play that. That's cool.
I definitely feel like the fact that like we had to run this through R&D and like kick around ideas and work on what we even want to be the core concept for a multiplayer definitely sounds like they're trying to do something beyond just your typical multiplayer.
Before an announcement where they're like, just to we want to bring our open world game to a multiplayer's perspective, we're going to bring in some technical geniuses when it comes to this. We're going to bring in Bethesda Games. And Todd Howard comes out.
That is not going to happen.
The rest of the world's like, oh God, it's going to be shit.
No.
I actually, although I wouldn't be surprised maybe if we do hear stories about them going to some kind of...
Yeah, going to some people. To see
simply because they don't... It's like...
poaching some people.
If you imagine that everyone that's working there at the moment is the same team that's like, I don't know if this is true or not, so I'm just like kind of hyperboling. But imagine everyone that's there today is the same people that worked on the Witcher 3 team. What do they all know? Single player.
Nobody's done any multiplayer.
No one's done multiplayer. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we start hearing, obviously the tweet says apply here. So if in a couple months from now you hear that the lead person from so and so who worked on the multiplayer is now working at The Witcher, working on their multiplayer, then we could have some idea, I guess, of like the kind of creative person that's going to be in front of the multiplayer aspect.
Best people they could go speak to would be Bungie,
I guess. Yeah,
I think, because that's the closest to
or Rockstar
what they'd be trying to achieve. But I don't even think Rockstar, because I think it's a bit different with like a completely first person game. I think it'd be harder, and I don't know.
It's all code in the background.
Well, it's just the Matrix.
We're all red on the inside.
Yeah. At least your customization will matter.
Yeah, finally, maybe. Yeah, that's a good point. Other characters we have.
Somebody else will see it.
Yeah,
somebody will see it.